Those are really good observations. Any others that you had?
Well, the stuff that the audience couldn't see was obviously some of the time we have to pray with our eyes open because we're supposed to be watching body language of the person.
Yes.
So, in case.
Yep.
So maybe you could talk a little bit more about.
Yeah, I'll say that now. Is very unconnected with their feelings, and so we're praying, and I don't know what I said or whatever, but here's what they did. And then I asked, how are you feeling? I don't feel anything. You can also, the body language thing is really good. Like, as you start to learn about praying with the person, oftentimes you can tell when they've heard and when they need more time. And so you're learning that as well. And sometimes you can't tell, and I'll just say, if you're not stuck, then just ignore me. But if you are, please let me know. And some people like to have, some people even say, okay, I'm good now, I'll talk to you later, and I'll be on the phone with them, and they're like, okay, I'm all set, or they might be 5 minutes at a stretch, and other people, it's more like 30 seconds or whatever. So it really depends on the person and their process. More average would be the 30-second variety. So that's a little bit about that.
So when you notice this woman's reaction, she said she was feeling nothing. Do you reflect? Did you reflect to her what you observed, or you just made note of that?
At that point, I was pretty new at it and just observing it and not really sure what to do with people who weren't connected with their feelings. And so I just took it back to the Lord and said, God, what do I do? And interesting. If there's any ideas that you'd like to throw out, what do you think would be a good thing to do with that person if you're in that situation?
I mean, generally, when I might be praying with someone, I'm not observing them.
Okay.
I think I would find it awkward to even sort of bring that up because, in the sense that, well, what were you looking at me while we were praying?
Right.
Well, yeah. I just kind of wanted to see what was really, I just find that awkward.
Yeah, it would be awkward. Yeah. And if I knew a person really well, well, you know what I could say is, if they say I'm not feeling anything, I might say, maybe a good thing to say would be, would it be all right if we prayed again and just pay attention to anything that's going on in your body? Because sometimes our body sends us messages about how we're feeling, and we might not recognize those. But if you'd like to do that, we could ask God just to help you, think about what's going on and have Him show you that or something.
I wonder, Gina, if you did that, you might also say, if it's okay with you, I might watch and see if I notice anything, because I think when we've been shut down to our feelings, they're not trying to liken themselves or to others. And if you say, when I prayed this, you did this.
Yeah.
And so that can maybe help tune the person into something actually is happening.
Right.
But I'm used to pushing that down and pushing it away.
Right.
And that makes them more aware of their own suppression.
Right.
Maybe.
Yep.
So.
Yeah. And then you've got their permission to do that.
So
if someone's watching you, though, honestly, are you going to feel like you have the freedom just to be you, or are you going to be like, I'd be sitting like this, honestly, if I knew someone was watching me as I was praying. I would hold back.
Okay.
If I knew someone was watching.
Yeah. So that's
honestly.
So that would be a caution there then. I think we'll leave this for now, since this is not obviously my area of expertise. But those are some good things to consider. what do we do with that, and how do we move forward? Is that yes?
Just one aspect of we always pray with our eyes open.
Mhm. Yeah.
We train our people to do
Yeah.
that, okay?
Mhm.
Just for the mere fact of that you're watching body language.
Right.
And sometimes the delegate or the whoever you want to call this person receiving prayer
Mhm.
need a little bit of teaching.
Mhm.
Okay, they're coming, but sometimes they need a little teaching. You know what? When we're going to be praying, you could just tell them that right up front. Not that you have your eyes open, but to be aware of your eyes, because sometimes your body will reflect what's going on internally, even when you are not connected with it intellectually.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they could have an understanding right up front.
Right.
You know, and then you could even ask them, you know, did you sense anything going on?
Yeah.
That sense is
Yeah.
that their body is involved, whether they're seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting,
Right.
touching. Okay, so did you sense anything going on as you were praying? Now it's not, did you think anything?
Right.
Okay, now you've expanded that to,
Yeah.
are you sensing anything?
Yeah.
And now they're aware. You brought their awareness, just like the anger thing, and you said there's frustration.
Right.
All that's under anger. Now
Right.
you've expanded their awareness. That's
Yeah.
what you're doing.
Yeah.
And you're actually helping them connect now, because they're involved in their ministry as well as you are involved in their ministry.
Yeah.
So now they'll say, "Oh, I sense a lot of anxiety going on
Yeah.
inside me," you know, which would have showed in the moving of the leg or the hand. Okay, they'll be aware of that now, or open to it. Let's put
Yeah.
it that way.
Yeah.